hello. All right, guys. I have a special treat for you guys this evening. I have a special guest, an R&B singer. Before he comes up, because he's trying to get himself logged in and get into the chat, I want to say hello to some of my wonderful folks in the chat. Hello, Nick Kenya. Hey, Miss Natural. Hello, Lady Coltrane. Hey, Trissy. Hello, Kia, and all my wonderful people who rock with me. Thank you so much for being here tonight. So, I wanted to, while I wait for him to get on in here, I wanted you guys to know a little bit about him. And I have his bio right here in front of me. And I'm going to give you guys some pointers. While I was learning some songs that he did you know he did a song called I Admit? Did you guys know that? I know some of you guys was doing some like checking him out and things like that. And he sent me a whole bunch of like some information on him because I was not too familiar because you have to know who you're gonna have on your live, right? And I was like, he got an I Admit song? Wow. Then I listened to the song and I was like, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. But he has a beautiful voice. And one second, let me just bring up some stuff about him. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. I want to play his music, but I think I'm gonna get ding if I play his music. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, y'all. Well, he has a new single that was out back in 2020 called I Admit, and it says 10 toes. I admit 10 toes, right? Then he has a song with Young Kurt, and it's called Been About. Been About. I did listen. He's working with Chris Brown production team. Then I was reading here that he has a song out with the E4 group. E4. You guys know of E4? I don't know of E4, but that's another group. And it says R&B music, and he talks about the downfall of R&B music in the new generation. He has several. Hold on a second. Look, wait a minute. Was he with B2K? Hold on. I'm reading here. It says solo career success, but started with a record label created by my homies, and then we departed ways. All careers, but I had the most successful and out of everyone in Northern California. Want a reunion album and tour, but we can't get along. So I also pulled a Amari. So we don't know who his group is. We're gonna find that out. Who is his group? It doesn't give me exactly. He talks about women preying on him because of his fame. Child. Oh, the group that he was in was YNP. Anybody heard of that group, YNP? YNP. I guess we'll ask him about that. Oh, he says here he received bad publicity because he was dating an imported model. An imported model. We're going to ask him about that too. An imported model? What is an imported model? What's an imported model? It says here he was An imported model. Is that a catalog bride? Is that what they call a catalog bride, or what is that? You haven't heard? Okay. One thing I noticed, that everybody that is in celebrity status who have money, there's always a lot of lawsuits. It seems that part of being famous is being sued for some strange reason. And it seems like folks are always trying to give folks money, because I look in here, it says that he was involved with a couple of lawsuits because they were saying that he plagiarized some of the songs or something like that. It says here lawsuit and alleged of plagiarism. And and he also has a remix date song with Ray J. I put it on her. I put it on her. Okay. We got a lot of stuff to ask him. He did a single back in 2013. So he's been around for a while. He's been around for a while. He's not a new person on the block. He's been around in the music industry for a while. Oh, we're gonna ask. Oh, there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna ask him about. Talk about he had a shootout. There was a shootout at the video shoot that he was in. Ooh, chow, chow, chow. Oh, we got a lot to talk to him about. He was working with Dog Pound, which is Snoop Dogg's record label. Okay. He did 1.7 million stream independently throughout the 13 years of career. He has a 13-year career in the music industry. Okay, he sent me a lot of stuff of his resume. Shady Sex is one of his songs. Please ask all the questions. I will, guys. And guys, please put the questions out there on the chat, so I'll be able to pick some questions out from what you guys ask. I'm waiting for him to come on because he's all the way in California. We're 3 hours difference. And I think it's like 5 o'clock over there. He probably was rushing through that California traffic. So let's give him a little bit of but he's in the Bay Area. So is traffic in the Bay Area bad? Anybody know? Is traffic in the Bay Area bad? I know Sacramento traffic was pretty good because I stayed in Sacramento for about 8 months. But I know LA was horrible. I remember that time I was going to visit someone who lives in Hollywood Hills. Man, traffic is murder, because I had to just stay at their house for a long time because the traffic in LA was horrible. Anybody have experience of driving to Hollywood Hills? When you're driving into those hills, like where the Hollywood sign is, man, it feels like you're going like in the mountain, like all the way up like that. It was scary. And then the roads, like going around the curve and stuff, man, whew. I was like, I can't do this. Now, the best ride in the west side is the Arizona to the Vegas, the Arizona Vegas strip, where the speed limit is like 80 something, and you're just flying, and it's just beautiful. But it's a lot of mountain too, but it's like nice, a lot of nice scenery on that route. Everywhere I go, I like to drive around there to see what the scenery looks like. And the west side is like amazing. God's beauty is so amazing when you travel across. I haven't done like cross country driving yet. I fly into certain places. Like, okay, I fly into Vegas. Fly into Nevada and drive to Arizona because my sister lives in Arizona, and that's the ride that I like. That's a beautiful ride. Yeah. Yeah, I apologize. He's having technical difficulty. He just says, give him 10 minutes. He has technical difficulty. Let's see. He's about to get on. He says, okay, here we come. He's about to get on, y'all. Woo, he's about to get on. Yeah, it's pretty hot. I'm hot. Hey, Gotti. Oh, yeah, I'm hot. I need to get my fan. It's like 90-something degrees right now in the evening time over here. And the only thing that is refreshing you to help you out is cold water. And I need to put some ice in my water. I don't want to leave now because he's about to come on. So shout out to him. Hey, D Nice. Let me say hello to the folks in the chat. D Nice is here. Gotti. Hey, Gotti. Miss Natural is here. Please don't talk about hot. It's hot here. Seriously. I wish I had a fan because it seemed like the air conditioning is not enough. I went outside for a second. Well, I went outside earlier to go make a Walmart run. And it felt like I was about to pass. And then I got this dress on that's pretty like a jersey material because it's like really stretchy and jersey material, and it's hot. And it's pretty long too. The dress is real long. It's like one of those dresses that drags the ground. So so he started like a youth nonprofit organization, right? And that organization is called, let me see, well, we'll ask him when he gets on. Got a lot of questions to ask him. Okay, we'll see what's going on. He said he's about to go on. Come on, let's see where he's at. It was like, 110 degrees. Oh my God, where are you? Why is it so hot over there? You're in New Orleans. Oh, thank you, Gotti. Gotti said I have a glow about me. Thank you, Gotti. I appreciate it, Gotti. Y'all, you know this hair started growing already. Look, it's growing. It's growing. Ooh, 110 degrees. I can't imagine. No wonder why you said don't talk about hot. We're getting a scorcher summer this year. Really much a scorcher. Okay, I'm wondering if he's okay. Let me go check him out, see if he's okay. All right, he hasn't gotten on yet. Let's see what's going on. Mm. 110. What's the weather like over there, Gotti? What's the weather like? There he is.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Look, I try to warn him about the California traffic, so I understand. Trust me, I understand. So how are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
That's great.
It's great to meet you in
It's great.
person.
Great to meet you too. I'm very happy to be here for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for your willingness to be here and to for us to get to know you.
Yes, yes, yes. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. We live already?
We're live already. We're live already.
All good. The green screen not a problem.
It's fine. It's fine. Did you put it's not green, it's just green back there. It's not like
Yeah, I got another. I got a little curtain right here, but
uh
set up. Yeah, shout out to the kids at Dublin.
set out.
Right.
Yeah, Amari, I am so elated to have you. But you know what? I told them that you were going to give us a little line of something, a little song or something, you know.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. If that's what y'all want, I got you.
You got me. Okay.
I
Okay.
got
So, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
you. Okay, okay. Well, I'm Amari J. I do a lot of different things. I'm an entrepreneur, music artist, youth activist, community activist, producer, songwriter, so many different things. But just a person trying to, spread the message.
Spread the message. Amen. That's awesome. Um, I was looking at your bio, and there are quite a few people that you have worked with or working with. Can you tell us a couple of those individuals?
Yes, I could. Yes, I could. I worked with a lot of individuals, such as Ray J, Chris Brown's team. Chris Brown. We ended up on the Chris Brown. Um, let's see. I worked with Adam 22 from No Jumper. It's a lot of people. Young Gully, G Val. Um, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Even things have gotten to E40. Songs and stuff I've written or produced have got to Sage the Gemini, I Am Sue.
Hmm.
Things of that nature. So yeah, it's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. That's great. So, what are you doing now? Are you still in the music industry or what?
Oh yeah, always
Okay, he got. I think he unplugged this up by mistake, guys. I tell you, technology never works too well. It's always a problem, y'all. Just bear with us. Just bear with us for a moment. Okay, we probably have to kick him out and come and bring him back. Hold on a second.
Hey, I'm sorry. We had some technical difficulties again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on this one. Hold on 1 second. I got you. I'm gonna
Okay.
fix it right.
Okay.
I,
Guys, let's just bear with him for a second. Hey, Randa. What's going on, sis?
we back. We back.
We're back. Okay. All right. And you were saying
Yeah.
I had asked you what are you doing now as far as are you still in the music industry or what are you doing?
So yeah, I'm still in the music industry. Just because I still receive royalties off my music and things like that. But I also, when you're in the music industry, you got to open up other businesses and other avenues and other venues as well. So it never stops with the music. It was never coming to the music industry and just be an artist and stuff like that. I do a lot of executive productions.
Mhm.
I do a lot of behind the scenes work too. I fund a lot of young people's music and their videos and stuff like that. Give them a platform. But also, we're breaking it down into the community. So sometimes when you music industry, you gotta catch the attention. So now that we caught the attention, we're gonna use this in a positive light and try to help these kids and inspire these kids and just inspire the youth out here and make sure that they could make a difference and lend a helping hand.
Okay, so you trying to get new artists, or is it just like more of a community programs that you have for the youth in the area?
Well, actually, those are two separate entities. My music is separate from that. If kids do want to make music, we're working on getting some studios and stuff like that for kids to be able to make music. I'm in talks with a lot of city councils and things like that. So to develop a music program as well. But yeah, that's a separate entity. That's just like my career and part of my life. But you know, uh, use the music to now influence positivity with my platform.
Okay. So, what are some of the things that you have experienced as an artist? Because I hear a lot of musician when like they end up dying broke. What are some of the things that you are doing to keep yourself afloat from not falling into that trap or somebody else owning your music and you not having access to it?
Well, to be honest with you, I've been through a lot of those same type of issues. When you are a music artist in the game, sadly, it will happen.
Mhm.
Um, will be occasions that you have to sacrifice or that you basically have to get played before you make it big. So, it does happen, but it's about having a plan and a strategy. Some people, they just sign the paperwork and didn't have a plan and a strategy. My whole plan would always be, let's get to these labels, but let's use them like they're using us. Let's not just get used. So I look at artists like Master P and Nipsey Hussle, who took that blueprint and really said, we don't need the labels. We could work with you guys for a hot minute, but we don't need the labels. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I went through lawsuits with multiple A&Rs and inside the record label industry. I've had music stolen from me. I've had my rights stolen to a lot of my music. I've had publishing rights stolen. Um, After the lawsuits and stuff like that, I did win a lot of my music back, but I did lose the masters to all of my music, pretty much, to be honest with you.
Wow. So what happens when you lose your masters? That means you can't use the music anymore.
Well, see, I have a selective deal where, if you go on my music, it'll say the LLC name and then it'll say exclusive license to Amari J. So I have like two separate entities. Sometimes you got to create some double coverage and
Mhm.
beat the masses. So I would say it's pretty much on the lines of that.
Okay. One of the things I was seeing that you got sued for plagiarism. What was that one about?
Yeah. So this artist, basically, we had an agreement to put this album out. So before we made the album, I said, I'm an artist as well, so I want to be able to put this music out as well.
Mhm.
Um, and I guess he wasn't feeling that, and but I didn't know until later on. So he didn't really say much. He played along with it until the whole album came out. So I said, I'm gonna put the album out
Mhm.
well on my own terms to my own fans.
Mhm.
Pretty much after the album went big and got them like hundred thousands of streams. Now it's to over a million streams to that whole album. With YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music all combined. You go on YouTube right now, it's over a quarter million plays on everything together. Um, and after we put the album out, everything was good. I was getting a lot of buzz and a lot of love from the album. I'm not mad at him for that or nobody for that. But after that, it was a lot of foul play. I didn't want to sign with him. I think that's what it was. I was more so focused on being an independent entity or signing with a major label or partnership with a major label. And he just wanted to sign me like I was just his artist because the album was good. So um, after I turned that down, everything kind of changed between us. The whole energy, the whole vibe. Um, I didn't really catch on as like, okay, he about to backstab me or something. But he ended up saying that I stole the music from the album, blasting me on Instagram, this, that, and other. Said basically I stole the album when that's not what happened. I just explained to you, what happened, but that's why I said you gotta have your paperwork right in this music industry. You can't never take people's word for stuff, and these were all verbal agreements. But even the album was a verbal agreement. Ended up at the end of that though, I didn't get paid for the album. We, over 1 million streams. I didn't get a dime for it because he stole the album. So I don't know if this was a mastermind plan he had all along to cut me off and steal the album money and stuff like that. But it is what it is. This happens every day in the music industry.
So you didn't get any kind of money from it at all?
No kind of money from it at all. Just like publicity type stuff, shows. I mean, if I mean, you could say shows and stuff, but I wasn't performing our music on the album because we weren't, on good terms. So shows for my music and stuff, that's about as close as I'll get. But as far as the YouTube revenue, any of that, I didn't get a dime.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know you keep mentioning about the different streaming services and things like that. How does that work now? Because you're not with any kind of major labels. How is it paid going through the streaming service? Do you get everything, or is there a certain
Um,
percentage or what?
with the streaming service, I say you get about 80% of everything. It's actually it's cool. Independent is great if you have the buzz. If you have the buzz and you have people that's already supporting you, then the independent lane is great to be in. You'll get your YouTube streams, you'll get your royalty streams, you'll get your publishing streams, but you just have to make sure everything is right and make sure everything is legit. But yeah, you definitely make more money. My thing was always partnering up with another record label so
Mhm.
that we could get to the real bag and build together, kind of like Nipsey Hussle did at the end with his new album before he passed away, Victory Lap with Atlantic Records.
Mhm.
And actually, I worked with them same people. It's crazy. People don't even notice. Shout out Dallas Martin, but that's the same guy that signed Nipsey Hussle, and that's the same um, people who are, I was in contact with his manager. You see it on the paperwork, Dallas Martin.
Mhm.
So that's crazy that we were in talks with the same people.
Wow, wow. So, is there a protection when you do streaming? Like, for example, say if I use your music on YouTube, are you protected? Is it copywritten? Or how does that part work?
So basically, you got to make sure all your songs are claimed on YouTube.
Mhm.
Use them, and you'll still get paid for it. So it's accessible to use. Everybody can use it. Even a beat maker, right? They can make a beat. Everybody can use it. But if it's making money and it's this, that, and the other, it's already claimed. A lot of people don't know. That's why I try to tell these people they don't know when they be stealing beats that you don't know what contract the beat maker might have, the producer might have. He might have a split where it's 60-40, and he's getting most of the money for the whole song pretty much.
Mhm.
So you got to look at it like that. Sometimes people don't understand that.
Okay, so like if I played your music and I get a copyright hit, whatever, I don't get paid, but you would get paid, and whoever produced whatever parts of it will get paid. That's how it works.
Correct, but everybody has to claim the song.
Okay, so how do they claim it?
That would be with your distribution.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of artists that are, already going with these labels, the labels handle all that for them. But you'd have to go into your distribution company and actually um make sure that every song is being monetized.
So it's like a digital footprint that they put if you play it and it just
Yeah,
recognizes it. Okay.
yes, pretty much. Exactly. That's why LMA and Jacquees got into the whole situation with the Trip
Mhm.
song, certain things like that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the education on that, because I was trying to figure out how does that work.
No
But
problem. A lot of people don't know, so I'm here to tell you.
yeah. So let's get into the the youth activity that you are partaking. What is the name of the nonprofit organization that you started?
It's called Voice of the Youth, and pretty much we're trying to help these kids, steer them in the right direction, motivate them, and just make sure they get to the next level in life. And Voice of the Youth, I created that because it's not really saying I'm the voice of the youth. I think a lot of people get it confused. It's saying this is their voice. I'm giving this platform to you all. So that's kind of what the Voice of the Youth really is.
So is it like some sort of like internet platform, or is it like local connection with the representatives or council? I mean, what exactly the voice that you're trying to give them or provide for them?
Right. It's actually, yeah, we're in conjunction with a lot of people, and in conversations and meetings with a lot of people. Basically, we're trying to provide violence prevention. We're trying to provide de-escalation for these young kids out here. We're trying to lower the gun violence. We're trying to mentor these kids early on, because it starts when they're early. So for me, I know it did. So we're trying to catch them early on so that they can instill the positive qualities and instill the positivity inside of them, so that when the negativity does happen and they're facing a situation, they can look back like, well, I did have these people that told me I should maybe do this instead. So, I'm already seeing a few kids who I didn't think I was getting to, now coming back, turning around, saying how they really felt what I was saying. So it's just about that, because what the biggest thing is, we're trying to prevent this masses of incarceration with
Oh, absolutely.
that as well. So it's a lot of things that we do. We are local in communities, Bay Area, California, Los Angeles. I team up also with other nonprofits. So it's not just, you know, us all the time. Sometimes I'll team up with other nonprofits. Shout out to Our Youth Matters in Oakland, and Youth Uprising in Oakland. And we just team up, and different cities, different states. The internet basis of it is really to get out to the world, to the different states, because we show love everywhere. Everywhere that it's a mother hurting, everywhere that it's a kid crying and it's families crying and mourning, we're trying to show love as much as possible, and spread awareness on that as well, because it's a lot of parents following my page, it's a lot of teachers following my page, and these people got kids out here. So um, it's very important, I feel like, to make sure that people know what's going on around them, whether it's in another state, whether it's over here, whether it's over there. But mainly we do cover the West Coast, because I'm out here. But yeah.
Okay, so the demographic is basically the West Coast, but is there an age or sex, or I mean, what is the demographic of the children that you service?
Oh yes, yes, yes. It's no particular race. It's no particular gender or anything like that. Anybody's welcome. It doesn't matter what background or community that you come from. I work with all communities, and I got love for everybody. So I would say the ages is between middle school, high school, and a little bit into adulthood. I say about maybe like 25. I mean, we have some programs where we'll go see that, but then when we get past the 25, now we're talking more of detention centers and facility work like that. So we also want to get into that as well, later down the line.
So it's basically at-risk youth. That's
At youth, but also all the youth. I'm
all.
here for all the youth.
Okay.
Um,
So are there activities that you do on a daily basis, or I mean, what is it that they actually do? I mean, is it just going to the school, speaking to the students there? Any afternoon programs? I mean, what do you offer?
Right. Currently we're working on a lot right now. We're working on mentoring services. We're working on classes, financial literacy classes. We're working on a lot of different things, mental health awareness classes, things like that. But mainly mentoring and going into the communities and actively being a liaison, if you could say, a family liaison. So we're linking up the families, we're linking up the staff, and we're linking up the teachers, we're linking up principals, and making all the whole transition smoother for everybody. And just making sure that everybody's safe and things like that. So I do a lot of work with the school districts, but then I do a lot of work outside of the school districts as well. So everything I do though is voice of the youth.
Okay. So do you get involved with things like keeping them from gangs and stuff like that?
Correct. That comes into the violence prevention, and that's another big part of our program, where we're trying to mentor the kids who are in these gang affiliated neighborhoods, who are thinking about making that move, who are looking like, hey, I might make a bad decision tomorrow. We're trying to change everything around that we possibly can, for these young kids if possible. Now, I do want to say I can only help people that want to be helped. Of course, I'm only one person, but I try to do what I can. Even the ones that don't want to be helped, I still extend my hand out to you.
So you partner with the detention centers as well?
Not yet. We have not actually started that yet, but we're in a lot of works with a lot of people. To be honest with you, I'm in meetings every day. I'm in calls every day. I'm DMs every day. So we're trying to get to the juvenile detention centers as well. We're definitely trying to get there, but we have not officially gotten to that part of it yet.
Have you partnered with any of the artists that you know or work with to push this along or what?
Yeah, so we're actually partnering right now with a few artists that we're trying to get with us, and we're with them. Shout out to Big U from the Crenshaw district in Los Angeles, who has a football league, I believe, with Snoop Dogg, and his nonprofit is called Developing Options. Shout out to Big U. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle's best friend, Cowboy. Um, I'm in talks with people around their circle right now, and I'm in talks with Big U's nonprofit to get some more sponsorship and more awareness from more public figures and stuff like that as well. That's why also we're starting a podcast. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're also starting a podcast called the Voice of the Youth Podcast. I'm not sure when it'll be ready, but we're working on that right now. And then we'll be bringing on celebrities or bigger artists or local artists from wherever it is, West Coast, wherever, to do more verbal talks and stuff like that. But I have a lot of famous kind of people who I have talked to who are with it,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get it all going smoothly so that when they come, it's just autopilot.
Yeah, awesome, awesome, very good. I wanted to go over some of the things that you have sent to me regarding to the beef that you have with different artists.
You got to get into that one.
Gotta get into the beef.
You got to get into that one.
Well, let's go back to the group that you was in. It was YD something, and what was the title? Hold on, because I was trying to figure out what did it stand for.
Yeah, no problem.
What was the name of the group?
It's YNP.
What was the full name? Is it just YNP or just
Young in Pushing.
Young in or
Just young and then in pushing.
pushing? So what does that mean?
Saying that we young and we pushing for success, we pushing for goals. It's some new slang, basically, like the young folks like to be. Oh, I'm pushing for these. I'm pushing this. Like, yeah, but the thing is, we made that a long time ago
Uh-huh.
before the new generation came with all this now.
Okay.
Push-
So what happened to the group?
um, a lot happened. A lot happened. Business wise, I solely owned the group and company, but we've had a lot of falling outs. To be honest with you, we started in high school, and that was the peak of our 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 success. It was good. It was good. In high school, but I always had the biggest buzz or the most um notoriety, you could say. But
Mm-hmm.
so I always show my brothers love. Hey, come get on these songs with me. Hey, come do this. You guys want to be rappers, whatever you want to do, come get on these records with me. Come get on my album so that other people can see you. And during that era, I was able to put on well, I don't want to, I'm humble about it, but I was able to put a lot of people in the right direction, you could say, to discover either new talents they might have had, or to even talk to some people that were kind of up there and gave them some things. So we've had falling outs as far as, shady things go on.
Mm-hmm.
uh, and people just don't keep it real. But I'm a respectful person. I'm not gonna disrespect nobody today on this platform. I'm a new man. I'm a new man now, so we don't even get a negativity attention. But even to the haters, shout out to them.
Shout out to the haters.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to them. I'm at the point in my life, I got love for everybody. I'm not really tripping. Like, even my enemies, I know where they at, and I know where I'm at.
Mm.
So I'm not concerned.
But you know your enemies keeps you on your toes. You know that, right?
Yes, they do. Yes, they definitely do. I'm on mine. 10 toes.
So,
Okay.
what else did you would you like to share with us in regard to the things that you're doing right now? As you know, what would you like to share?
Just, just, it's all about staying motivated and staying inspired out here, and just knowing your purpose in life. You know what I mean? If you don't know your purpose, then you're not gonna feel your value. You're not gonna get nowhere, because you're just beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop a positive person. You can't nitpick at positive people. You gotta, why do people hate on other people? It's like, instead of looking at this other person like, oh, they doing this, and hating on them, why not say, well, what could I do in my life to
Mm-hmm.
get to, what could I do to work around, and work some things out, so maybe I could get to a position like them. Let me actually go ask them for some advice. But people, they want to hate on you from the backgrounds, hate on you from the sidelines. Um, but it's all about conquering that, and making sure that you can be the most positive individual that you can be, because these people aren't paying your bills. These people aren't going to get you a house. These people aren't going to get you a car. They're not going to get you any of that. So you in this life yourself, and if you got brothers, if you got sisters, hold on to them. If you got people in your family close to you, hold on to them. Don't let don't let social media, don't let rap music influence you to the point where you're not even thinking no more about the end result of what's going on. It's a lot of distractions out here in this world. And you know that's why I did this voice of the youth. These kids, they trained on negativity, so let's change that into a positive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That is great. Um, some of the do you guys deal with the rate of like suicide, things
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
and they use okay, okay.
I would speak on, of course, some situations I have been through, but of course, from a legal aspect, that's real touchy. I can't speak on what happened, but I can say we've had a few situations. We've had a few situations that were unfortunate. But also, we had a few situations that ended up being a positive. But um, I'm always checking on those type of kids.
Yeah.
That's one thing I make out of my day. Like, I noticed some kids that's sitting on the ground, not talking to nobody, that might be crying. Maybe, hey, they might not want to talk right now, but I'm gonna reach out my hand and extend it to you, let you know somebody care about you.
Hmm. Do you guys deal with bullying on the internet and things like that?
We deal with bullying on the internet. We deal with bullying on school campuses. We deal with bullying. That's probably like one of our biggest things that we try to stop, and try to prevent. It's a lot of situations that happen, and if I can get the right information, or whoever, we can de-escalate the situation before it even transpires.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm not with bullies. I'm not with them. I don't like people that do that to other people. You can't down other people. That's a real insecurity within yourself. Somebody that's a bully, they're the most insecure person that you can imagine. They very upset with their own self and their own life. So you can't let another person's uh, shortcomings affect you.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, great. It's been wonderful having you. Uh, is there a way that those who want to reach out to you, how do they get in contact with you, and if any kind of like assistance that you may need, or just for us to be able to stay in touch with what you're doing? Is there a website or channels or social media?
Yeah, yeah, no problem. I appreciate that. Yes. Please follow us on Instagram. It would be Voice of the Youth LLC. Okay, Voice of the Youth LLC. Um, Voice of the Youth podcast. Um, Follow us. We also I have a clothing line. It's called Tapped In Merch. Go follow that on Instagram. It will be tapped in, like we're tapped in, and then merch. And then and then my page would be Lavish Life Mari.
Life Martin?
Lavish Life Mari.
Mari. Okay.
Lavish Life Mari, and I can actually edit the name right here just so people can get that one. This is my main page. Um,
Let me
but
see if I can bring it up so they can see exactly what we're talking about. Hold on a second.
okay, cool, cool.
I can do that for you.
Thank you, thank you. Just so we can all get that going. I want to give a shout out to my kids at Alameda. I want to give a shout out to my kids in Oakland. I want to give a shout out to my kids at Dublin. I want to give a shout out to my kids in Santa Rosa. I want to give a shout out to the Crenshaw district in Los Angeles, San Francisco. It's so many places that we've been, but let me just shout out to the places that we've been, and I appreciate all of you. You all have changed my life in the most positive direction. Shout out to the school staffs as well, the principals. Shout out to the hardworking people that nobody talks about.
That's right. Um, are you willing to take some questions from the chat? Because I have some people who want to ask you some questions.
I would love to. That actually.
Okay. First question is coming from Stephanie. She said, "What are some Fun Twos projects or artists he's working with now?"
Okay, right now, I'm trying to do something with a couple rappers out here in the Bay Area, Stockton area, EBK Young Jock. Shout out DB by the bag. I'm trying to do some work with them. We're in talks right now. Um, let's see who else. It's a lot of artists that I talk to on a daily basis, so I can't even think of all the names right now. But those are probably two of the biggest artists from my section right now that we're trying to do something with for sure.
Okay. Any more questions, guys? Okay. Well, they said anybody currently are you working with?
Oh, currently we're just doing our own thing right now, and networking currently right now. But like I said, I'm in current talks with these people, so we should have something coming real soon.
I've seen you did a lot of interviews with different big bloggers, and so you keep in contact with them and give them, like on board with what the things that you're doing in the community, or have you partnered with any of the bloggers? And
I would love to partner with all you. That's why I try to reach out when I can, when I see something that motivates me, when I see something that looks good, and as you being one of my people, we got to support each, right? So that's how I look at it. I'm like I said, let me put it like this. Just like I say with the youth, I'm trying to touch as many people as possible. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. So I'll go to 100 schools if I have to. Just like I'll talk to 100 bloggers if I have to get the message out. It's all about keeping the message. Nipsey gone, and he no longer here, sadly. And his friends, some of them keeping the message going, and some of them is silent. But shout out to the ones that's keeping the message alive, because that's part of what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep this message alive, and it must continue.
okay, so you've taken on a lot of the programs that Nissy had in effect in California, or you just
I mean, I would say that I've went in his direction with a lot of stuff. he has a lot of stuff I would like to be able to accomplish
Mhm.
that I'm far from doing right now. But I basically, you take something from everybody, right? Nip talked about a lot of different things: entrepreneurship, all of African Americans. He came from Africa, Eritrea, I believe he's from. So a lot of different things that Nip had his hand in, stock markets, all of that. So I would love to get into all of that as soon as I can. What I felt the most from all of what Nip said was inspiring and helping others.
Mhm.
So that's right now the main focus, or one of the main focuses. But I've been a music artist my whole life, right? So I've been inspiring people, but I look at it like there's a greater purpose now to inspire these people, and we don't have to just keep it at the music.
Okay. Stephanie asks, does he travel to different states for the activism of the youth?
That's a good question. Right now I'm working on being able to do that. So
Mhm.
that's why I created the Voice of the Youth project and stuff. So I'm currently working on trying to be able to do that. Right now I'm in California, so I've been in Los Angeles, Alameda, Oakland, um, Santa Rosa, Stockton, San Francisco, all these different places locally around California, and they might be hours away from each other, but I'll make it there. But yes, I definitely want to travel to other states as soon as possible.
Okay. So, but you haven't started yet.
Not the other states, no. Not we have not expanded to other states yet. Are we talking to people in other states? Yes, because that's the beauty of social media, right?
Mhm.
But we have not been able to fly out and do that yet, but we're working on
Okay. Okay. Any more questions? But I still want that song.
it. Okay, I got you.
Before we end this, I mean, look, you made a promise.
I got you. I got you. You funny. You hella funny. All right, I got you. All right,
He said,
let
he
me get it right now.
okay, okay, let's go.
How can I show somebody love if they ain't do the same for me? At times, my heart may hold a grudge if you ain't who you claim to be. I gave people my game for free, and they got the nerve to change on me. I wish you heaven. I wish you peace. But if you go to hell, then it ain't on me. That that's all I got right now.
I want the singing part. That's the rap.
Oh,
I want the singing part now. I need the singing part.
hey, hey, right now that's all we got. Okay,
Okay, yeah, okay, okay,
right
okay,
now,
okay. We're good on that then.
okay, okay. You ain't gonna make me pull a Ray J right now. Okay, I know what time it is.
I
Okay,
know, right?
I'm not doing that Ray J one. Wish he did that last show. That ain't me. Okay, I ain't falling
Well,
off.
it's been a pleasure having you. I didn't want to keep you too long. But I hope you do come back.
Okay, I'll definitely be back. And shout out to my brother Young Gully. Shout out to my brother Young Gully, Oakland, California artist.
Okay, so you know Young Gully too?
Yeah, that's my brother.
That's
Like,
your brother? Like blood brother or
no, like my brother, just my big brother. Like all
oh,
the way.
okay. I was
Yeah,
like, oh, I didn't know he was your brother like that.
yeah, no. Yeah, but great dude, great dude.
Well, it's been wonderful, wonderful having you here. I do appreciate you gracing us with your this platform, and do not be a stranger. Do not be a stranger.
I won't. I appreciate you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Would you like to say a last word before we end this live?
Yes, we could. First of all, shout out to you, my black queen. Shout out to your platform. Shout out to what you're doing, and I hope that you continue what you're doing. I respect the message and I respect the grind. So shout out to you. Shout out to shout out to the youth, of course. Shout out to everybody. Like I said, you know who's really involved. I shouted out all my schools, but shout out to the family. Shout out to the closest friends. Um, Shout out to a lot of the school staff that have showed me love, and yeah, we just gonna keep this marathon rolling.
That's right. That's right. Well, shout out to you and thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate everything that you're doing for our youth, for the community, and more love, more blessings, and etc. for you. Okay.
Thank you. And 1517 will be the new album. This is my granny right here on my.
Let me put you closer. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. There we go.
Yeah, this is my granny right here. 1517, the new album is coming real soon. Fatal Attraction is out right now, and Mr. Buster Move is out right now. Those albums just did really well, but 1517 is on the way from my granny. You already know.
All righty. All right, Amari. It's been great having you. You have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon. Okay.
You too. I appreciate it. One more thing, RIP Uncle Rob too. You already know. All right.
RIP. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye bye.
Salute.
All right, guys. That was awesome. So, you guys, we're going to have quite a few more folks coming through here. Thank you for your presence, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the questions. Steph, you rock, girl. You rock. Oh, I didn't even get to those questions. Oh, Stephanie, I forgot that one. Okay. Latasha, everybody. Guys, thank you. You guys have a great evening. I'll see you guys later on. I got some updates for you in regard to the strawberry cases. I'll see you guys in a few. Later. Bye.